Hello and welcome to the 27th video that I'll be posting in my Unity platformer tutorial series. And in today's video, we're actually going to be discussing about Canvas. I know that in the previous video I've said that we're going to be talking about or discussing about more build settings and reviewing code, but I actually found out that some of our canvas when we are building are resizing and they are actually not supposed to resize, and here is the solution for that. In the previous video, we've actually created our game here and built our game. And as you can see, our canvas here is small and all of the features are still working though. And if we click on our start here, as you can see, all of our features are working, but then our canvas seems to be small. And we are going to solve that in today's video. So the first thing that we're going to do is we're going to go to our canvas here, and actually in our canvas here, in our canvas scaler here, there's a UI scale mode, and we are supposed to click on scale with screen size. Okay, and then if we actually change it to scale with screen size, as you can see, if we go to our game view again, the screen is so huge. And what we're going to do is we're going to actually resize our canvas here. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna click on our background, shift to our quit title, and click on our R, and we are basically scaling the whole thing because we are selecting three things at once and we're just scaling all of it directly. Okay, we want to scale it to this square here or rectangle, and to move it we can just click on W, and we are going to access our move tool. And I am going to move it a little bit to here, and in our quit title I'm going to increase the height a little bit so it can go to our game view and can be seen. Okay, and I'm going to increase the height a little bit more, and I'm going to increase the height a little bit more, and this is actually just going to be resizing a little bit and changing the position a little bit, so you don't need to worry about this. And after all, my tile screen and your tile screen will be different, so it's all actually up to your preference. And I'm just gonna make it a little bit here. Okay. For the meantime, this is good enough. And now I'm going to go to the background and I'm going to actually scale things up a little bit. So when you're creating the background, this is actually just testing, but then I would recommend having a little bit more or increase the edge a little bit, okay? And this is just a precaution because Unity, when rendering or building the game, can also have trouble. And this is time for me to teach you guys also about anchoring. As you can see here in our UI canvas here has this square thing here, and it's actually an anchor. And the main purpose of an anchor is for the system to identify where is the position of this canvas. And for our background, we will put it in the center. And for our game manager here, for our level 1, level 2, we are going to say that it is in the bottom left. And for our level 2 selection, it's going to be in the bottom left too. Click on level 2 selection, click on bottom left. And in our quit title, we are going to say bottom right. Okay? And there we have it. We have finally completed for our canvas in our level selection. And now if we go to our scenes again, and we're gonna go to our game level 1, because in our game level 1 we have this UI here, and we're just gonna go to our canvas again, click on our canvas scaler, and we're gonna click on scale with screen size. And as you can see, our assets are already so large. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna go to our canvas, make sure that we select all of this. I select all of this. So cherry title. You know what? I'm gonna resize the pause later on. So I'm just gonna resize the cherry title to the HUD. And we are going to click on W so we can move it. And now it is in our scene view, but then the image is so large, and we're just gonna click on our R key so that we can access our scale tool. We're going to scale it down a little bit. We're going to click on W again so we can move it, and we're going to move it to the top left here. And yeah, so now we're going to click on our cherry tile here, and we're going to click on our anchor to the top left, or count cherries to the top left, count cherries to the top left, our HUD to the top left, and yeah. So basically this anchor helps Unity when resizing the window. And in our pause menu here, we're going to enable it so we can see the whole thing, and we're going to resize it to fit the rectangle once more. Click on our R tool, resize, click on our W key, and we are going to change or fill in the gaps here. Click on our R again, scale it up a little bit, W. And in our pause menu, I want it to be in the center, but in my pause title, I want it to be in the top. I want my continue title to be in the far right, and I want the menu title to be in my bottom left. Okay, and if I click on our game here, we can see that the canvas is now much better, and I'm going to select this again and click on my W key, and we're going to move it to the right a little bit. Okay, and our last scene will be in our tile screen, and we're going to go to our canvas again. And you know what, I'm going to ask you guys to do this as part of a challenge and try to change the canvas scaler to screen size and resize your own tile screen. So pause the video right now and do the challenge. Okay, so if you did manage to do the challenge, great job, because this is an important tool, because when we are building our game, we don't want our canvas size to be small, like this one. Okay, and we're just going to change our canvas scaler to scale with screen size. It's going to be super large. Go to our background, shift, main menu, click on our art so we can scale. We can scale it down a little bit. Go to our game view, go to our scene view, and click on scale a little bit up. W so we can move it up a little bit. And I'm going to resize this by myself, and this might take a while, so I'm going to speed things up. Okay, and now in our start title, we are going to select in the left here, and about title to be in the right, and my crank to be at the bottom right, and we are done. Now we click on our file save here, and we are going to build again once more. And this time when we click on our build here, we are going to create a new folder again, because I like to keep my things organized. So I'm going to type in Unity tutorial build game, and then what do we have for our fixed issue, which is our canvas. So I'm going to save that, select folder, and it's going to build directly. And I'm just going to wait for it to build. Okay, and now if we go to our folder here, open our folder, double click on it, and as you can see, the screen is much more better. Click on our start, and this screen is maximized. Click on our first here, and I forgot to disable our menu here, but it is fine. We have our game. And when you build your game, do not forget to go to our game level 1, here, and disable our pause screen, because if you do not do that, then the game will be a bit weird because we do not enable our pause here, but then it is enabled. So don't forget to disable your pause menu like this and build it again if you actually made the same mistake. And probably, as you can see just now here in my platformer here, you can see that actually this isn't big enough. And in the end of the day, you might need to do trial and error to make sure that you have fulfilled the whole canvas. But other than that, you can just try again and make sure that the whole thing is covered up. And this might take a few trials and error, but then in the end of the day, it's going to be worth it because you are going to cover up or have a very great game. And I'm just going to build that again one more time. Make sure that it's big enough. I not want to scale the canvas, but I want to scale the background. Scale it up a little bit, and we are going to do it one more time. Click on build again, and then name this Unity tutorial build game canvas 2. And you can repeat the step for backgrounds that you want to have, and just make sure you finalize the game correctly. Okay, and it has successfully built my game. Open it once more. And as you can see, the screen is full. Click on our start here, full again. Click on our first level. We have our player, escape, full screen, jump on the enemy, go to our home, and this is our game level 2, which has nothing on it. And we just have to close this manually because I don't have anything for the quit button once we reach our game level 2. And yeah, that's it for today's video. And in the next video, like I said before, I'm going to be discussing about the programming and reviewing all of our code and probably discussing about more build settings. As you can see here, our build settings here is just still in normal. As we can actually change a lot of things like the icon of the game, we can add more transitions, or we can also change the transition for the Unity thing that always pops up when we open the software. But yeah, other than that, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you guys understand more about Unity platformer making, and I'll see you in the next video.